given you every rhyme and rhymed every reason.
It's the Ohio Gun, Knife, and Military Show this Saturday and Sunday, October 5th and 6th in Akron. This is the big show, the only show with thousands of new and used firearms from around the world. Military and war relics, custom knives, books and videos, hunting and outdoor clothing, and much more. Bring your gun, knife, or military collectible for a free appraisal. Cash buyers will be there, along with hundreds of dealers from all over the region. It's all this Saturday and Sunday at the Summit County Fairgrounds in Akron.
This is one of the milder exhibits at a Paynesville haunted house, and tonight some are calling for the scary scenario to stop. Promoters of a Paynesville haunted house are removing 2 exhibits tonight, exhibits depicting abortion and the Holocaust.
But as Charles Belay reports, this haunted house is meant to scare kids straight, and we must warn you, some of the video may be disturbing.
I think it tries to teach you a political message in this one, while the other ones just try to scare you.
That just all puts reality back into your head, what you should think about mainly in your life.
These teenagers have learned a few lessons tonight at this controversial haunted house in Paynesville. Lake County commissioners blasted the organizers, saying that some of the rooms depicting abortion and the horrors of the Holocaust were disgusting and inappropriate. But organizers say they've missed the point. It's not gratuitous gore.
Planet Hell faces the true life horrors of mankind. It's a message place that we hope to teach teens how to face and hopefully prevent a lot of things that they're facing in their future.
Real-life horrors like teen suicide, the effects of drinking and driving, and satanic cults are shown in graphic detail, and it's hitting home.
You know, on Halloween, industry tries to promote things like this as scary, but the organizers of this haunted house are trying to send teenagers a message. Things like this aren't real life, and they're not scary.
Because it teaches the kids, this is what's going to happen to you if you do that.
You'll come home and you'll see it on the news and you'll be like, I saw that tonight, and it'll scare you the next time you get in a car with someone who's drinking and stuff like that.
In Paynesville, Charles Belay, the 10 o'clock news.
Well, new developments in what could have been a real-life house of horrors. A Mansfield, Ohio man accused of making a coffin to keep his girlfriend in will undergo psychological tests. 32-year-old Dwight Stout changed his original not guilty plea to not guilty by reason of insanity. Prosecutors say Stout planned to kidnap his girlfriend and keep her alive in a coffin that would double as a coffee table. A videotape and the rape victim's memory could help police catch her attacker. The woman was hitchhiking near Worcester last week when she got into the wrong car. Mark Thoma has the story.
These pictures and descriptions of a trailer and a location are all clues police hope will jog somebody's memory. The man in the pictures is wanted for the rape of a Worcester College student last Friday night.
I strongly believe he's still in the area. Just a matter of locating and putting a name to our picture.
The pictures were snapped inside this convenience store near the junction of Highway 83 and I-71. A few minutes later, the man picked up the student who was hitchhiking home to Pennsylvania and pulled a gun on her. After driving on back roads for about an hour, he took her to a secluded trailer and raped her.
A small camping-style trailer, an older-style one, with the ends that are rounded off. Mostly white in color with blue trim.
Besides the trailer, the victim was able to give police a good description of its location.
The trailer is in approximately a 1-acre field surrounded by woods. It was approximately 80 yards off the roadway, and it was more of a path than actually a driveway back to the trailer. A light, like a street light, out at the entrance to the roadway of the trailer.
And police hope those clues are what it takes to bring a rapist to justice. Mark Thoma for the 10 o'clock news.
Quick action tonight to an exclusive report by Channel 43's investigator Tom Meyer. The Cleveland Fire Department has cited a controversial makeshift school for safety violations. As Tom Meyer reported last night, Second New Hope Christian Academy set up classrooms in a community center on Huff. Tom found locked exit doors, unserviced fire extinguishers, and a lack of drinking water, among other things. Cleveland fire investigators stopped short of shutting down the makeshift school, but school administrators say they are already planning to move the children back to the primary school on East 116th on Monday.
Coming up, a real twist for Dr. Jack Kevorkian. This time, he's helped save a life.
We'll have that story for you up next. Also ahead, see why the vice president came to Cleveland today.
And he survived an encounter with Jaws. You'll be amazed by a shark survivor's story.
The truth. 484 new spending proposals, costing us $432 billion in bigger government, a massive healthcare bureaucracy, thousands of wasteful projects like $2.5 million for alpine slides in Puerto Rico, $76 million for programs like midnight basketball. The largest tax increase in history, yet Clinton says.
But I don't think that qualifies me as a clause liberal.
That's not what the facts say, Mr. Clinton. The real Bill Clinton? A real spend and tax liberal.
Tonight's 10 o'clock news is sponsored by Levin Furniture.
At Levin Furniture, we're proud to announce the grand opening of our gorgeous new store in North Olmsted. And to celebrate, all of our stores are participating in a fabulous offer. This week, make no down payment, no interest payments, and no monthly payments till $19.98, or take up to 10% off for cash. We can't thank you enough for making this new store possible. So take advantage of a great offer. Free furniture till $98 or up to 10% off. Now at Levin Furniture.
Attention, attention! Get a household full of furniture for just $398. That's right, 3 rooms, 16 pieces of brand new furniture for just $398. 6-piece bedroom set, including bedding. 5-piece living room set, 5-piece kitchen set, all for $398. Buy it all or just the rooms you need. Guarantee free layaway and same-day delivery. Mattress and Furniture Liquidators, East Side, Neo Parkway, Garfield Heights, West Side, Eastland Road, Brook Park, Akron, Waterloo Road, Canton, Atlantic Boulevard. Mattress and Furniture Liquidators, Mattress and Furniture Liquidators, Mattress and Furniture Liquidators.
This Monday, we're getting rid of all the commercials on WDOK between 9 and 5 to give you a free sample of the fresh new sound of today's DOK. If you haven't listened to 102 lately, we're not what you think. Now DOK plays more new music mixed with the best of the 80s and songs from the 70s no one else plays. And we've got Trapper Jack in the morning. This Monday, try a free sample of DOK. No commercials, just music, right after Trapper Jack. He's so entertaining and spontaneous, you never know what'll come out of his mouth.
Children gave a big welcome to Vice President Al Gore today. The Vice President courted voters young and old in Cleveland. The Vice President campaigned in Glenville.
Cynthia Barnes shows us how the Cleveland neighborhood is turning around thanks to a government program.
This $10 you want back in cash?
You could say Marshall Kendall is right at home at work. Head teller of the Glenville Bank One branch, Marshall lives and works in her community, a luxury she enjoys as well as her customers.
Customers in the area see us here. They feel more comfortable doing banking with us.
Bank One opened an office here through a federal program called the Empowerment Zone, which reinvests in the community. On a campaign stop, Vice President Al Gore toured the Glenville Plaza and praised the community for bringing jobs to the people who live here.
I dare say that the individuals here in this community have sent many ripples of hope through Glenville and through Cleveland.
The residents of Glenville have a lot to be proud of. Besides, many of them have seen much despair like this. But now it seems things are moving in the right direction.
Our staff at this branch are all from the Glenville neighborhood, and that has made a big difference in the success in a short period of time for this financial service center.
And for residents like Marshall Kendall, it makes coming to work worthwhile. In Glenville, Cynthia Barnes, the 10 o'clock news.
There will be no presidential debate on Sunday for Ross Perot. A federal appeals court has turned down Perot's last-ditch effort to sue his way to the podium. Perot's campaign is calling the ruling a travesty of justice. In the meantime, it's more homework tonight for President Clinton and Bob Dole as they prepare for Sunday's debate. Tonight, Mr. Clinton is at a retreat in Chautauqua, New York. It is there that his aides say the president is cramming for the debate, trying to make up for time lost during this week's Middle East Peace Summit. Besides studying briefing books, Mr. Clinton is also rehearsing in mock debate sessions as well. In the meantime, GOP nominee Bob Dole is in Bal Harbour, Florida, making all his debate preparations. Dole says it will be a great opportunity to set the record straight. Dole told supporters in Atlanta yesterday they can definitely believe everything he says in the Sunday night debate.
There's something promising tonight about American babies. For the first time in 20 years, there are fewer babies being born to unwed mothers. Even better, the infant mortality rate is down and the teenage birth rate is dropping. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says out-of-wedlock births is down 4%. Dr. Jack Kevorkian is best known for helping people end their lives, but tonight he's being credited with saving a life. Kevorkian came upon a bicycle accident in Michigan yesterday. He gave first aid to the victim until paramedics arrived. Kevorkian shunned publicity this time. He said he didn't want the victim to look up and think the situation was worse than it was.
An Orlando man is lucky to be alive tonight after a shark took a bite out of his arm. 21-year-old Eric Hollingsworth says he was attacked while surfing near the Patrick Air Force Base down in Florida. He says he was only in 3 feet of water when the big shark quickly made its move.
I was just coming in. I was about 10 feet from shore. It just came up from behind me.
Eric was alone and had to drive himself to an area hospital, but first he had to stop and get gas. Well, he finally did make it. He was stitched up and then he was sent home. Tonight, the biggest shopping mall in the world says it has a message for young people. No more hanging out. Starting tonight, there is a sundown curfew at the Mall of America in Minneapolis. From that time until closing hours, young people under 16 who shop at the mega mall or eat at its many restaurants will have to be accompanied by an adult. The curfew follows complaints from adult shoppers who say they were tired of weaving in between big crowds of kids.
I think it's just taking, our rights away.
We're not going to do anything bad.
We've seen kids with weapons in here. We've had fights, kind of severe fights, where if security hadn't got there in time, it would have been a critical situation.
The overwhelming crime by mall teenagers, shoplifting. That's followed by disorderly conduct, trespassing, assaults, and drug use.
It's been a secret for nearly a century, but now the recipe for Coca-Cola could go public. The great-grandson of Coca-Cola's founder says he needs money and wants to sell the recipe. The trouble is, Frank Robinson's estranged wife claims she owns his copy of the recipe and doesn't want to part with it. Coca-Cola says neither one has the real thing. The true recipe is locked in an Atlanta vault.
No one will ever know what the secret formula might be. Carrie, what's the secret formula to nice weather this weekend?
Sunshine, lots of sunshine, and warmer temperatures.
Great.
Yeah, that's the secret recipe. That's going to be the end result, actually.
That's great.
And I've got the forecast coming up next.
Martin goes to court. I think the case should be thrown out due to the fact that I'm insane.
On the next, Martin. Friday night at 11 on Channel 43.
While riding in my car one day, my tank was nearing E. I knew I had to fill it up, so I pulled into BP. BP, BP, I pulled into BP. I thought BP Express was just some new convenience store. But boy, oh boy, was I surprised when I walked through that door. The scent of gourmet coffee, produce and fresh bread. I came in here just to fill my tank and fill myself instead. BP Express.
Brands you know, easy on your pocket. We always got something for the family. At Kohl's we know just how it should be. That's more like it. Yeah, that's more like it. At Kohl's we make it worth your while. Brand names that suit your style. That's more like it. Yeah, that's more like it. At Kohl's we make it worth your while. Yeah, yeah.
10 million new jobs. Family income up $1,600. President Clinton cut the deficit 60%. Signed welfare reform, requiring work time limits. Taxes cut for 15 million families, balancing the budget. America's moving forward with an economic plan that works. Bob Dole, $900 billion in higher taxes. Republicans call him tax collector for the welfare state. His risky tax scheme would raise taxes on 9 million families. Bob Dole, wrong in the past, wrong for our future.
WeatherNet is sponsored by Progressive Auto Insurance.
Okay, so stereotype me. I'm all work and no play. Drive some kind of big cushy sofa on wheels. And listen to big band. Right? Wrong. Because I do play. Hard. And I drive a Lincoln Town Car. Yeah, it's smooth, roomy, and comfortable. But it's also solid and responsive. It's almost like they had me in mind when they designed it. Now, as far as big band goes, okay, you got 1 out of 3.
Everyone knows New York is called the Big Apple, but maybe Seattle should be called the Great Pumpkin. Just look at the gargantuan gourd that grew in one Seattle suburb.